Hello traders, Nick Shaheen here looking at first Solar FSLR, the ticker. I haven't looked at that one in a while for myself. I have tracked it for other people, so I don't have a trade. There's the disclosure. I'm trying to see if I can get back into the groove of trading it. I don't like the rally they had because they were chasing the presidency, and now that's out of the way. So there are some takeaways from it. Clearly, it's in an ascending channel. This is a just a daily plain Jane stock chart for about a year, and it shows that definitely the bulls are in control. Every dip is being bought from one level or another, and right now the price action on the daily is getting tighter and tighter. And I see I've drawn lines up there. I cannot remember what I did when or why I did those, but what this tells me that there is a tightening range that will soon resolve itself. So they still have room to go. They will probably buy the dip. If it falls into 80, it's a buying opportunity because by definition that's where they bounced last time. So 84 is a small term, shorter term pivot line. Worst case scenario 80-ish is a buying opportunity. In fact, I will put it here. As far as buy the dip with a question mark, depends on the time frame. It's not like buy the dip with an exclamation point, which is buy the dip with both hands. Down here would definitely be a better place to buy the dip with both hands. So I will put it now. It's far away from now, but I'm here. I'm doing the homework. Why do the homework twice? Okay, so 72 is another nice pivot. So if I'm long and it's falling into 72, I probably would not get out until that fails. Depends on my time frame I'm trading at that point. So these are new lines I just added. They're alerts that come to me. So on the upside, there is 96 that's been failing, and it looks like it has been pivotal from before. So if I move forward here, okay, so it looks like this is a daily, I said, so I need to move out, zoom out to a weekly. This is going to be probably a lesson on time frames. Go Apple, markets are open. So depends on your time frame is how you play this. So this is a time frame of a week, candles, and about 5 years worth of business. Believe it or not, not enough for me to see the big picture that I was trying to get to when I drew these lines up there. So I'm going to go to monthly. There it is. Okay. So now suddenly all those, I was like, hey, it's going to new highs. No, it's not. Look where it came from. So clearly there was exuberance, let's say, pre the pandemic, the first pandemic. No, the financial pandemic, the financial crisis of 2008, and then it fell off a cliff, and then another cliff. This is probably where the talk of incentives went away. I'm not sure what happened here, but anyway, whatever happened, look at where they tried to hold the floor after disasters, and then they couldn't, and they went into a super big disaster that brought new lows. Then the good news, look how long they took. I mean, these are years and years and years of consolidating inside of a tradable zone. They just broke out from that zone. That's why, what number did I pick? These are the three lines I just put, by the way. Not knowing this range, I promise you I did not zoom out before the video. So I just put 3 lines, right? The orange lines. Look at the middle orange line. How crazy is that? Look at this. Pivotal, right? And I picked it from the short-term price action, and the top line was an easier one to find, and it's also played a role since 2018, which was a significant period of time. All right, so now they're in no man's land because they're attacking a massive accident scene. Call it what you will. These candles, these are monthly candles, so it's in 1 month, right? So this monthly candle is still unfolding. We don't know how it's going to end. What I do know is the battle is going to be super hard and super fierce, but if they can overcome it, they can burst through it. Upside potential probably will be $50, $40, $50, but there's going to be a huge battle at 120, a huge battle at 140. So if I get long, I have to trim at 120 and if I bought calls, maybe I'll sell some calls against them, make a spread out of it, either a vertical spread that will be then a credit but bullish, or a diagonal spread of sorts to allow me to lock in some profits. If I'm buying shares, I would probably sell some, but the battle is definitely ongoing. The bulls are in charge, and this ramp is pretty I almost cussed, pretty steep, 250% in no time. Great recovery by the bull, but this picture, this decades worth of data, it's telling. The story is easy. The bull is definitely in charge, but look how. Okay, so how ideally could this happen? Let's say they falter here, but I remember these lines I said buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip, right? So it's not a big deal. They can come back down to here if they wanted, and it'd still be a bullish story for the super fans. So now you have some sort of a bowl, rounding bottom, cup, whatever you want to call it, and then another attempt that's going to be shallower, and they come back to the same fighting zone. If they prevail at this fighting zone at the second attempt or third, and they go above it and they test it for footing, whoop, then this develops. And usually it's the depth of the bowl that matters. That's why I eyeballed 40, 50 bucks. I figured if this is it, that's how much that was. You know, I don't give it full credit. That's me using body language. But I do know for certain 120, 140 will be big battles. 160 will be even bigger. So be realistic with the targets. So when I get in, I have a target on the upside and the downside, meaning I want to get out if X happens. You know, in this case, I don't see anything that will get me out right away. Depends on the time frame I'm trading. But if I'm trading months, I don't see any immediate danger that would cause a lot of debacles. So again, the trading pattern, the trading idea here depends on the personal time frame. If I want to get long First Solar for the long term and see it break out from this, in all fairness, $35 to $45 available. Then I can get started here with a small position. I can sell some put spreads. If I want to own stocks, I can sell puts anywhere here if there's premium. Because if I'm willing to buy the shares here, why wouldn't I want to buy them down here and get paid to do it? That's the idea of selling puts. And I would sell some put spreads if I just want to create income, the opportunity to do so. A dip into 80 would probably trigger me to say, hey, you know what? I remember I did a video on this. A dip into 75 or lower would definitely tell me, look, buy the dip here. So, whoa, okay, I just saw that. Doi. I should heed my notes. Buy the dip. So I just added another line. I am more likely to buy dips than to short it. How about that? I would chase it above here. If I'm long, I stay long. If I'm looking to buy it for the super long term, I can get started now. Nibble, not all in. And the markets are bullish so far. This could change, but thanks to the Fed and the global central banks, they're in it to win it. We're going to a catastrophe eventually, but I think it'll take years to unfold. They say there's no inflation. I say, what are you buying? Because I know there is inflation with everything I buy. Okay, this is the story on First Solar. There are other solar plays or tickers. You can request some. If this video is popular, then I'll cover the other ones. But I don't want to spend time doing something that people don't want to see. You can comment all you want. Just be civil about it. Like I get these chumps that go, you're an idiot. Like, okay, well, at least I have balls to put my video up there, right? So you can hide behind an avatar and be super strong. I bet you anything you won't say that to somebody's face. But anyway, I'm open to suggestion, and I'm wrong often. But in this case, I'm pretty confident of the price action and my notes. I stand behind my notes on this chart. There is a link down below to the chat room that I have. It's not free, but I do offer a free trial. The way to get to the free trial is through PayPal. It's the transaction is for $0 for 10 days, and then it charges. You have the opportunity to cancel at any point in time. The only reason I have that is to protect my own community. I have awesome traders in my hundreds of them in my chat room. We do great work. Everybody contributes, and I need to protect them somehow. Having somebody whip out a credit card or an account, it just makes it so that they have good intentions and that they don't want to go in and disrupt everything. It's easy to put up a facade, but when you have to use a credit card to get there, then you go, maybe I should be a little nicer. They know where I live, kind of a deal. All right, Nick's signing out on this one. Oh, by the way, this here is TradingView, but today is the first day I've used the desktop version. Something I learned from my own chat room. Somebody said, hey, I think it was Peter. I don't know who it was. But anyway, thanks whoever brought it up. They now have a desktop version. What does that mean? I don't need a browser for it anymore, which is an issue when I'm on the road, which I will be tomorrow because the wife is going into surgery. I use a Surface, and the browser has issues with TradingView on the Surface for some reason. So I'm going to download this on the Surface and see how well it works. I don't get paid by TradingView, but they're pretty slick.